are these podcasts? WATP.
Here he is, everyone. The first time ever on Who Are These Podcasts, and the last. Clearwater Chad is with us. What's up, Clearwater Chad?
Hey, thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man, you're making a whole media tour today. Congratulations on that.
Please bear with me because I got in real late last night and I did the Tukey Soup party, so I'm a little tired.
This fucking guy's making excuses.
Already big time in us.
He's already making excuses for why his appearance is going to suck.
He's making all his shit our
much.
problems.
That's not a good way to start an appearance, my friend.
This is hot stuff right now,
All right, so Clearwater Chad, am I allowed to say that you recorded everything last night? Am I allowed to say that?
You can say it, but I am denying it.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. So I was given by someone like over 3 hours of audio. So everything that was happened before the show, during the show, after the show. And I have some clips that I want to play. I want to get your take on things. But
Cool.
I'll give you my assessment of John's stand-up, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. I think John is entering into a phase where he can now do his set, and people will go and enjoy it and love it. They're excited about the corny jokes that they already know because it's like I want to say like nostalgia act or something. You're just like,
It's Rocky Horror Picture Show to the dabblers.
Yes. I think that's what's happening because Clearwater Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, people were laughing, people were having fun at the show last night, right?
I'd say that's pretty accurate. And for this crowd, I would say there was roughly 5 or 6 Dabbleverse fans. The rest of the audience had no idea probably who, Stuttering John was, but they knew he used to be, somebody famous. And the jokes, they didn't, the newer people didn't know his jokes. So, they laughed, and he was pretty quick on his feet.
May I ask you a question? How well attended would you say the show was? Because you said there's about 5 or 6 dabblers. I assume 10 regular audience members.
Yeah,
what are we talking about here?
I have it in my notes. I think it was 48 people.
Yeah, somebody counted 48, said the room was half full.
Yeah, that's about right. Yep.
Yeah. And there is a question that John gets asked after the show of whether or not tonight's show is sold out. We'll play that in just a moment. But
right.
First, I want to play you, and Chad, I'm definitely going to ask you more questions, but just to give people a sense of what you were witnessing last night, this is the finale of John's show. This is the squeegee joke. And I have to say, this is what draws me in and thinks, I think John can make a living doing this now. I honestly think this is the right move for him.
Anyway, so let me ask you a question while the guy's not here. Sir, when you jerk off,
10 seconds.
do you prepare?
I know, right?
All right, how about Lebanon? When you jerk off, do you prepare like with Kleenex and shit?
You got it.
No.
Wait.
Squeegee it.
Beat that shit.
Here's the thing. Kleenex does not work. Hold on. All right, sweetheart.
I want to be a man.
That's easy.
Cool.
Wrong show.
Anyway. All right, I guess we're not. I've lost all control.
One meeting.
Anyway, Kleenex doesn't work, Letterman, because if you try and wipe that shit off, it's trying to wipe off fucking egg whites with a fucking Q-tip. You just keep smearing it around and around, nothing happens. So this is what I do.
And I've tried that.
Don't judge me.
Lay a towel.
No, this is what I do. Eat it. So what I do, so I'll be in bed with just my underwear, and then, I'll start jerking off. Hold on, it's a black video. I'll start jerking off, and I'll splooge all over my stomach. And what I do is I go like this. I go. I take my underwear. Like this. And then I squeegee everything down right into the pubes. 2 hours later, my pubes dried in like Don King's head. And they say that sperm is great for your complexion. I got the stomach of a 17-year-old. Thank you, everybody. Great to be here. You guys have been the best.
So I'm going to say something very complimentary about Stuttering John right now. He was saying on a show before he stopped doing the shows back in December when he was on all the time, someone was talking like, do you still do your squeegee bit? He goes, you can make fun of it if you want, but if you're there live, you're going to love it. And your girlfriend's going to love it. And I got to say, that audience was in. Yeah. They seem to fucking love it.
And if you're not careful, you just might learn something.
The drunkest woman in Ohio seemed to really enjoy it.
Yes. People were definitely into it. So, Chad, there's more than 6 dabblers there, though, right? I know that there was my buddy Vince wearing the Who Are These Podcasts
Oh,
t-shirt.
you knew him? Yeah.
Wow, I don't know him, but you sent me this photo.
Yep.
And then he took a photo with Stuttering John
Oh, he's so tiny.
wearing the Who Are These Podcasts shirt,
Yeah,
which is
that was
awesome.
amazing. Yep.
Thank you, Vince, for doing that. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I got a couple of stories about that if you want to hear them again.
Yeah, let's get into it. What was the experience like, buddy?
Well, I'll start with the 2 best stories from the shirt. The first one was we were at the bar before the show, just talking. I was talking with my brother and the 4 guys were at the bar. I must have said either the word Cardiff or potato, because those guys lit up and they said, "Did you say potato?" And he had his shirt covering the Who Are These Podcast shirt. He put it down, showed me it, and like zipped it back up like he's like a closeted dabbler fan.
It's incognito.
A
Man.
lot of them are.
Yeah, he's got to sneak in there.
Right. And then after the show, the same guy, John, was giving a heart. John, by the way, whenever he hears your name, Carl, he goes nuts.
Just to do it. Huh?
Yeah, he goes nuts. And he can't even concentrate. But he glued in on the shirt again after the show, and he's like, I don't understand how you could wear a shirt like that. Whatever he said, it's on the tape, but he just went nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the clips. So let's hear a little bit, and I know you guys have questions too. We'll listen to some clips and we'll ask some questions. This is right after the show. John is looking for a bar to go drink at.
Alrighty, bud. Guess we'll
How you
going.
Oh, look, he's even wearing a...
We're here to support
You know he was taping me.
John,
No, we did not tape you,
We're
brother.
genuinely here
We
to
did not
support
tape
you.
you.
We're genuinely...
Actually,
We're fans of you
Right.
because of the show.
I'm a real fan.
We're not fakers. We're not actually here fucking with you at all.
All right, what's your name again? Chad.
Chad, yep.
But is there a bar that's open?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, so he forgot your name. That he was talking to
he
you.
thought- He didn't really know, even though the manager told him that I was there. He didn't know who I was, and when I said,
How is that possible? You've been on his show. You were the star of his last show in December.
And
he
I
kept
always
coming
wear
back to you.
I always wear the Hawaiian shirt so people know it's my character, Clearwater Chad. And
That's how I know
yelled-
your character from your shirt.
yeah, and then
What are you,
but I
Aaron?
yelled out during the show. I forgot what I said. It's in the tape, but I said just to get him going near the end. I said something about Cardiff or the potato, and then he points at me and he's like, "You're the potato guy."
You're
So he thought I
the
was
potato
Cardiff, I
guy.
think. Something crazy like that.
Did he finally realize you've been on his show a bunch of times? Yeah, he does, because he says that you turned on him. That's right.
At the very end, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. How out
I
of
blamed
it.
Chili for that, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how out of it would you say John was?
No, he was, for the most part, except for not recognizing me. He only had a couple beers that, in the act, and he
He had a
was
couple
pretty
beers
well put
in the
together.
act. How long was his set, do you think?
Well, the set was an hour, but a lot of it was just him BSing, back and forth. The set was pretty good, like you said.
He really did an hour? I have all the audio. I'll have to check that.
Hey, there's a 20 on the floor.
It's
Right.
a BS saying, I wrote a lot of bits.
People did laugh, though. Like you said, you got it all on tape. People did laugh, and,
Yeah.
they had a good time.
I really think that this is going to take off for John. I think that he could start touring and have people show up who just want to laugh at him and not with him.
Well, he's going to be playing a lot of Niles, Ohio's.
Correct. Which is fine. People can make a living
No,
doing that.
I agree. I just think what I always told him was, John, you have a name. People will come out at least once.
Yes. Correct.
I just want him to keep doing daytime TV.
Yeah, that's also fun. You do blow? You got any?
You got that nice glass anchor desk. We cut up a couple lines on that.
John is so paranoid, and I understand why. I get it, because he went out with those guys after the show at Boca, and immediately they're on my show talking about it. So I get it. Like, he thinks everyone's there to film him and clown him.
You want that drafter box?
Oh, I stopped course.
Really?
You want to
Yeah, because they.
Oh, this is interesting. The first part of this, he stopped drinking Coors.
You want that drafter box?
Oh, I stopped course.
Really?
You want to
Yeah, because they invest in the Heritage Foundation. I said, fuck that. Scout! Go!
So for political reasons, he stopped drinking Coors Light. I never would have guessed that.
You're telling me that
That's in the Heritage Foundation.
the beer company gives money to the Heritage Foundation?
They probably invest in lots of different political things, I would imagine.
That's
Most
weird.
corporations give to right and left leaning organizations.
We're all here. You were still drinking for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna go and go on all the shows and say what an asshole I am. I know the game, but I don't give a shit.
SJ Army.
I don't give a fuck about any of it.
We're not here for that, man. We're not here for that.
So John's rightfully predicting that the people he's talking to are going to end up on Uncle Rico's show and Who Are These Podcasts and be dabbling live to talk about what an asshole he is. But in Clearwater Chad's defense, you do not think John's an asshole. You're a fan of his.
Well, yeah, you know,
Maybe I'm wrong. But do you think John's an asshole?
I'm impartial. I mean, he has a good act, you know.
Uh-huh. What does that have to
mean,
do with him being
he's
an
a good guy.
asshole?
He's a good guy. I don't know him that well, so.
Oh, okay. Jury's out, is what you're
Yeah.
saying on that one.
Well, those guys, your fans, Carl, they kept talking about the creep offs, telling me I got to watch the creep off this and that, you know.
That's right. Thecreepoff.com. Vote for Carl. Also, watch The Creep Off Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Who Are These Podcast channel or the Creep Off YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
do
by
that,
the
you're
way,
not going to want to vote for
I-
Carl.
What channel is this streaming on? Because I have one of my.
Oh,
my
yeah. I
one-
saw that in your private chat. Sorry. This is actually behind the paywall. We do this just for our Patreon and YouTube members.
Oh, okay.
But I will put this out as a
Yeah, because I told
video
one of
later.
I told my one fan about it, so I gotta tell him where it's gonna be.
Fair enough. Fans, am I right? They're just the worst.
Hey, Chad, I have a question.
Sure.
After the show, you know, all of these people who were like in these dabblers all tried to get around John and get pictures and stuff like that. Were there any of, like, we'll call them civilians in the audience that wanted a picture with him, or did they just kind of get out of there?
I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't look for that, but I didn't see any civilians try to, you know.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
We just got the hell out.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, that's the drug ladies into the back of an Uber. They're out of there.
At the end, the other comics wanted pictures because they knew that he was, you know, on the Howard Stern show. I'm assuming, and you know, somebody's show.
How were the other comics? Any of them good?
They were all pretty good. The lady was a little rough. She had a little, you know, but I thought they were all good. Especially
How many
for,
were
like,
there?
I think 3. There was a lady and a guy before the lady and a guy after, and then John. That could be the wrong order, but about 3.
Okay.
About 3 other comedians.
I wrote them down, but my notes are all jumbled.
Oh yeah,
That's all right.
You got the names of those comics, just out of
yeah,
curiosity.
yeah. Let me see. Let me look right now.
I get
Oh,
the
by
sense
the
that
way-
Clearwater Chad thinks everything is pretty good. Is there a comic that you don't like? Could you give us an example of someone who's
I
not
don't
funny?
want to say nothing against her, but the ladies, her jokes were a little rough around the edges. It wasn't my style. But my brother liked it.
Your brother liked it. Okay.
Yeah. So
What's her
let's see.
name? Can you find it in your notes there?
Yeah, 1 second.
Clearwater Chad scribbling notes the entire show, and then he wrote up a document for me and Bedabbler and Chuli that he sent out with fully reporting on his night. Got
Where
all
the
the
heck did
info
it
on
go?
this.
Was Ray
Hold
on
on.
that show? Did Ray show up?
No Ray.
Okay. I
Hold
was
on,
curious because I know Ray got him
here
a
we go.
gig, right?
All right, here we go.
I heard, and this is funny. This is unrelated, but the owner didn't think no one could hear him, but he said the name's Chad Zumock, so I think they're trying to get Chad Zumock over there.
Yeah, I heard that Chad is booking a show there as well.
Oh, I'm sure he's the second John got booked. He started calling.
Well, yeah, Ray DeVito gave John the contact. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ray DeVito also gave it to Chad because they pretend to hate each other, but they're besties.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
the one,
Okay.
the first guy, I think the first guy, his name was Stephen Prince, Cleveland opener.
Okay.
The lady, no, there was I think it was a lady, was called J.W. Gill, and then the last guy or the middle guy, Jesse Pomerino.
Any of those ring a bell for you there, Vinny?
The Jesse name kind of does, but I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Well, my name gets brought up, and this is John referring to me after the show.
But why do you like Lady K? He's not funny.
Oh, he's talking to the guys wearing the Hoarders Podcast shirt, obviously.
But why do you like Lady K? He's not funny.
He just does.
Do it.
Holy shit.
It's everything he covers. Not just you. Everything he covers.
Creep off, yep.
Christ.
I can't do it, please.
But you notice I did the clubfoot Carla. I'm thinking.
But you changed it. What was it? You switched it from it's Carla. Okay.
Yeah, because I figured someone's taping.
Did he mention Clubfoot Carla in his act? Is that what is he referring to here, Chad?
I wish my brother was in the chat. He would know. My brother would know.
Is that your one fan? Same guy that's here trying to send the link to?
It's weird that it is weird that he sees the shirt and he's immediately trying to immediately downgrade you and
Yeah. Why do you like him? You shouldn't like him. He's not funny.
Yeah, just instead of saying, "Hey, thanks for coming out and supporting me," whatever.
I know.
Just fuck that guy on your shirt.
Yeah.
You
Also,
take a paying piece of shit.
He didn't. It's not you posted his book or made fun of his kids. It's because you're not funny.
Good point. Yeah, and now it's just making fun of me with the Just Do It thing rather than all the reasons why he's legitimately angry with me that he pretends to have. Right. That's a really good point.
Pretty funny at the end. This guy, I know we're jumping around, but this guy had a book, Stuttering John's book, and he had me sign it. He's having all Stuttering John's people sign his stuff.
Sweet. That's going to be a collector's items on eBay in a week or two. All right, so then Shuley gets brought up. Of course, John does not like Shuley, but he's got a great joke for him.
I don't know if I didn't do the entrusting Charles Sheen with the Coke bit, did I?
No, I had no idea.
Because I was going to go. That's like in.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Did I do the bit about trusting Charlie Sheen with Coke? Because, he did say that on television, but not at the nightclub for some reason.
Going to go. That's like in entrusting a bald, stoned high school dropout to homeschool your kids. But I forgot to say that.
Pretty good joke. Pretty good joke there, John.
Bald.
But
Proud of himself.
I know.
This is
why
why
he doesn't think about the Dabbleverse anymore.
I know. This is why John would do better in front of Dabbleverse fans. Because he can make all these references and people yell Skull and everyone have a blast with it.
Yeah, as you'll see in the tape, he yelled Skull about a dozen times.
Yep, that's part of his act now. He's turned into John Skull Melendez. He's a guy he's like Hamburger Jones or
Skull and John.
Yeah, he's got his stupid catchphrase. But you know my theory on why he does that, Clearwater Chad?
Alcoholism?
Okay, yes. But most comics can get a sip of their drink when the audience is laughing.
Oh, okay.
John never gets a chance to get a sip of his drink, so he has to yell Skull and get everyone yelling Skull so he can get a drink. That's my guess.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty true.
He's more comfortable, obviously, with a beer in his hand, as you can see.
Did you see him without a beer in his hand at any point?
Not at the nightclub, no.
On the news.
It was under the table, though.
It might have been in his pocket. His hand did not come out of his pocket.
You know how hard I would have laughed if his arm went up and he had a beer in his hand on that set?
All right. So this is, again, Paranoid John predicting that everyone's going to be recording him and calling him out.
Yeah, I'm sure you would tape me.
No.
Do you know how many people say no? And then on the next day, what an asshole John was.
What an asshole that guy.
Yeah. It's always the same fucking thing.
What a weird way to live your life. Assuming every interaction you're having is being recorded so that Shuley and Carl can mock you the next day. That's kind of suck.
Right. And why bring it up? Just mentioning that you're aware of it doesn't help in any way.
It doesn't.
So
in fact,
much worse.
Yeah, in fact, I can't wait to play it on my show. We're talking about how paranoid he is. Rightfully so. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you, but it's no way to live your life.
I'm several months behind on seeing Carl's stuff. I haven't.
Well, good for you. Just do it.
Just do it, yep.
Was that you, Chad, going, just do it? Yep.
Could have been, yeah.
You love his catchphrases. That's one of your big things with John, right?
That's true.
Yep.
Was if you had to rate his performance, have you been to a lot of stand-up shows, Chad?
No, this is my first one.
First one ever. If you had to rate,
What?
Yeah.
You've never seen stand-up before?
No. I mean, I've seen it on video, but never live.
Do you not enjoy
I'd say
mirth?
he did about the same as the other comics. They all got laughs, you know.
Uh-huh. I'm starting to think Clearwater Chad's not a good judge for this.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
No further questions about his stand-up.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, could you rate like the audience's reaction? Never mind, Chad.
Never mind.
No,
Everyone's
I
great.
mean, people didn't like boo. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's true. People
enjoy
didn't
it.
boo the headliner. That's good. I have to say, like you mentioned, Chad, John pretends he's out of the Dabbleverse. He's never been happier. He doesn't have to worry about any of this shit anymore. But he's still writing his show in his head. He's even got a new name for Adam Bush.
You turned on me, too.
I'm sorry. It was Julie's fault.
Oh, yeah, that's where he's saying, that's where he finally recognizes that you're Clearwater Chad and that you've been on these shows since doing his show.
You turned on me, too.
I'm sorry. It was Julie's fault. It was Julie. I apologize.
Everybody does.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, but everybody does, you fat fucking. It's the same fucking script every fucking time.
Where are you standing up here?
It's like that Adam Ambush. Have me begging me, and I have him on, and now he freaking loses.
Adam who?
Ambush, you know.
What show was he on? Adam Bush was on some show.
He's on his favorite show with the fucking t-shirt. What a loser you are.
No, I mean,
Who the fuck would wear that?
Adam Ambush is a great name. It's one of the best ones he's ever come up with.
Adam Ambush.
That's pretty good.
Pretty punk rock.
But that, yeah, I know. Chris is not impressed.
Well, he didn't ambush him.
I know. I have lower standards for John stuff. But John's coming up with new nicknames for people, and he knows that Adam does Who Are These Podcasts? I thought he wasn't watching any of this stuff. He says he doesn't watch any of this stuff. He doesn't care. That's weird. It seems like he's maybe paying a little bit of attention when he says stuff like that. But I'm sure you love it when he calls you a fat fuck, right, Chad? It's always fun.
I mean, it's a little hacky. I mean, you'd probably come up with something better if you're a comedian with over 30 years experience, right?
You would think so, but nope. This is him riffing on how fat you are.
This guy, that fucking button's holding on for your life. Fucking hell.
Dude, DeVito,
Dude, it looks like this guy ate somebody.
I could use a pizza right now.
I don't think so. I think you could use a treadmill. He's like, what's that?
Yeah, you got to catch up on all Dabbleverse news.
The classic John trying to sell his joke move.
I got him back for that next part of that clip that I told him that he didn't want to hear it. I was telling him about Chad having a war with Rob Saul and everything, and he didn't care.
Yeah, nobody does. Nobody cares about Chad and Rob Saul.
I guarantee you, John went, Rob who?
Not even in my world do people give a shit about that. So John's at the bar. No one's buying him beer.
Aw.
And so he's had enough.
You sell tickets for tomorrow?
No, they don't say a word. Yeah, don't say anything.
I thought you had a good crowd tonight. I was just wondering. Small venue.
No, these are
We're
people who
fans.
report back and say that.
Oh, okay.
So you want to take me back to...
I was going to say, it's up to you. If you want to go for a ride, I'll take you back now.
Yeah.
John.
You guys want to party with you? You don't want to party with me, huh? No. Okay.
Well, thanks for giving us this time, John.
Yeah, now you can play that video for all.
For who? Let's go. Later, John. Thanks for your time tonight.
So he asked the owner to drive him home.
Did he just
done.
imply that those tickets were comps?
Oh, I don't know, because he was someone asked how many tickets are sold for tomorrow, and to an employee there, and John's like, "Don't answer that. Don't answer that." He's very concerned about that information getting out.
I'm sorry to play. Could you play it again where he goes, "Don't you had a good audience tonight, though, right?" And then he was like, "Well, they were, it sounded like he was saying they were comps."
Oh, is it a papered room? Is that what he's saying?
That's what I thought it said.
Tickets for tomorrow?
No, they don't say a word. Yeah, don't say anything.
Okay. I thought you had a good crowd tonight. I was just wondering. Small venue.
No, these are
We're
people who
fans.
report back and say that.
Oh, okay.
These are people who what?
That's what I can't understand. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
It sounds like comps.
Like it sounds like they're friends of the owner. That
He definitely wasn't bragging about anything.
Yeah.
And that would make a lot of sense because he doesn't want to talk about the tickets tomorrow because the owner invited all of his friends that are coming tonight.
Right.
And that was with TV help from TV,
TV's no help.
Yeah, I know. Daytime news programming is not going to bring out people who are comedy fans.
No.
Oh, he's doing that edgy cocaine humor. Let's get down there, Harold.
You love cocaine, Harold. Let's go.
Let's get the kids. Let's head down.
I did like that fat lady joke. Let's go. Yeah, it sounds to me, and I, just from that there was comps, and if that's the case, then this place is probably losing their ass this weekend.
Very likely. All right. Well, Clearwater Chad, I'm glad you went to the show. I'm glad you had a good time. You and your brother, you made it back. Okay, that's good. I'm worried about your diet. I saw that you ate like 8 hot dogs today.
And a person.
Yeah, I know. It's not. I don't do it every day.
I would hope not.
How many do you usually get? Like 10, 12?
No, it's usually about half that.
It's my John joke. Sorry.
Do you mix in vegetables at all, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, this was an extraordinary weekend. I had a lot going on with the show.
To celebrate hot dogs.
We had to drive. We drove back, both ways. It's not like we,
Hey, was that the first time you met John Chad in person?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. You did those shows with him, and then you met him in person. Has your opinion of him changed from meeting him in person from when you just did the shows online?
I mean,
be honest. Do you like him more or less?
I don't really know him that well.
Wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. I'm asking about your personal opinion.
What's your opinion of him? Has it changed since you met him in person?
Not really.
Okay.
Fair enough.
He is what he is. How tall do you think John is, if you had to guess?
Well, he was short because I got a picture with him. I don't know if I sent it to you. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you sent me the picture with John, no.
I'll send it to you later then.
Okay. How tall do you think he is?
Well, I'm about 5'10", and he was a lot shorter than me.
Okay. So he's not 5'8.5", is what you're saying?
No, I don't think so. Looked about the same as that guy.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and that guy's only like 5'4".
All right. Anything else you wanted to tell us about your adventures or anything you have coming up, Clearwater Chad?
I mean, no, it's just a lot of fun. And, if anyone wants to sub to my channel, it's just called Clearwater Chad. I do appreciate you having me on.
You got any Stuttering John shows coming up? You still doing your Stuttering John impression?
I still do it. I've been doing OJ now, too. We're doing the OJ show. We're watching Cassandra and the Satellite Man.
Yep.
And, Tony Chase. And I do Chad Zumach, Ray DeVito.
Jesus, he does it all. It's unbelievable. Okay.
All
right. I'm going to do a quick thing with you because people don't realize how talented
Would you take your meds?
People don't realize how talented you are, Clearwater Chad. Can you do your impression of Ray DeVito and Chad Zumach talking to each other and making up? What would that sound like?
Oh, I can't do that right here.
No, you can. No, you got it.
No, I mean...
Come on, you got this.
Come on.
Chad.
All right, let's do it. Okay, this is Ray DeVito would be like, wait, what are we doing again?
Perfect.
They're making us. Ray?
No, that's what Ray would say.
Yeah. Let's do Z-Man. Z-Man has spoken. Ray, you are stupid.
Nailed it.
Who are these podcasts?